What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of the MITM podcast, where we delve into the matters that shape our lives. I'm your host, Ty Aarons, and today we're actually going to be talking about, this whole week, we're going to be talking about finances, but today specifically, we're diving into a crucial aspect of our financial well-being, and it is creating a monthly budget and tracking our expenses. So with that being said, run the intro.
Caught up in them bright lights, lusting for shiny things that's golden. Everything ain't always what it seems, that it's soaking. Chasing my dreams, coming apart at my seams. Best believe that the money is the motive. All
right. Now, creating a monthly budget and tracking your expenses are fundamental steps towards financial stability and achieving our financial goals. Right? By effectively managing our finances and being aware of where our money goes, we can make informed decisions. Okay, we can save for our future. Right? We can reduce our financial stress. So let's explore some tangible tips to help you create a monthly budget and track your expenses. Now, tip number one would be to assess your income and expenses. All right. Begin by assessing your income and your expenses. Calculate your total monthly income from all your sources, or every single dollar that you make, every different way that you're making your money. I want you to keep track of all the different sources of your income. All right. In fact, one of the things that I do when I have a big goal, and I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit here, but what I do is I actually work backwards. I have my $100,000 I want to make at the end of the year, and every single day I'm supposed to write in my spreadsheet how much money I made today to then get towards that goal and just know how much harder I need to work to get there. But anyways, it's a bit of a side tangent. But you want to check all of your income sources, right? Then you want to list your fixed expenses. All right. We have two different expense types. We have fixed expenses, right? And we have variable expenses. Now, for your fixed expenses, you're looking at like your rent, your mortgage payments, your utilities, your loan repayments, all right? These are your fixed expenses they're not changing. They're very steady. They're just there and ready to rock, right? Now, the other ones are identifying your variable expenses, right? This could be your groceries, your entertainment, your transportation costs. These are the things that change on a month-to-month basis. And as we keep on going forward, keep on doing more with our finances, as maybe our lifestyle shifts and it goes into different places, the variable expenses are the ones that will change, all right? So now that we have these, our assets and our expenses loosely kept track of, the next thing you want to do is to categorize your expenses. Okay, so when we categorize your expenses, you're gonna gain a clear picture of where your money's going. All right, so here are some common categories. It could be housing, transportation, food, utilities, debt payment, entertainment, and savings. Okay, assigning each expense to a category helps you understand your spending patterns and identify areas where you can potentially cut back. Okay. Now, a part of the FBC challenge, we actually give you an outline and tools to easily categorize this. We have a really easy follow-along PDF, a booklet that you can download, or you can, we'll send you out a copy of the physical book. But with this, you're able to actually see every single category that we end up utilizing in our lives. Okay. And it's kind of wild. People don't think about some of these categories, but we went in depth and mapped them all out. So you don't have to. All right. It's just, you just scan through and say, hey, this applies to me, this doesn't. And you go about your business accordingly. Right. Tip number 3, set financial goals. Now, when you set specific financial goals that align with your priorities, you'll watch how your life changes. Okay. Now, do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to save for a down payment on a house? Do you want to invest for retirement? When you have clearly defined goals and you sit down to actually define your goals, you'll have more motivation. Okay? This serves as a guiding light when making your financial decisions. Everything that we talk about, we've been talking about for a while now, is starting with the end in mind. We start with the end in mind and we work backwards from there. Okay? So actually set your financial goals. And if you need help with your goal setting, you can go back to one of the older podcasts, check out one of our older episodes, and actually see what tools we have for you to master your goal setting. And you just switch out your fitness, you switch out your lifestyle, you switch out whatever it is with your financial goals. Okay, and do all the same steps you already talked about. All right. Tip number 4 is to create a realistic budget. And this is something that for the longest time I found myself not doing properly. I was so excited, so ready to just get moving and doing things that sometimes I would set ridiculous budgets for myself and unrealistic budgets. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to use the information we've gathered so far to create a realistic monthly budget. Okay, allocate your income to different expense categories. Okay, ensure that your total expenses don't exceed your income. All right, this is one thing that so many people overlook. This is why Canadians on average are spending $1.70 for every $1 that they make. It's ridiculous. They're not setting their budget and setting a realistic one and making sure that they're on budget. Okay, so you want to prioritize your essential expenses. Okay, after you've done that, allocate funds towards your financial goals. Okay, and leave room for discretionary spending while being mindful of your overall financial health. And yes, financial health is a thing. Okay, we think about our fitness, or our wellness, our mental health, but our financial health is important. Okay, it's gonna help us get to the freedom that we actually want. Now that we've gone through these 4 steps, you want to go to step number 5, is track your expenses. You did all of this work to get to this point. Now we need to track. Okay, now we need to review. So track your expenses diligently to ensure and make sure that you're staying within your budget. Okay. You can do this by utilizing budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or dedicated expense tracking tools to record your expenses accurately. All right. Regularly review your spending against your budget to identify any areas of overspending and make necessary adjustments as needed. Okay. And that leads right into number 6, is to analyze your budget periodically. I say do it like monthly. Okay. Every month, analyze and adjust. Okay, analyze and adjust. You track, you analyze, you adjust. You do those 3 things with your finances, you're bound to be successful. All right. This way, you can identify any areas where you can reduce spending or find ways to increase your income. Okay. While doing this, be flexible. Be willing to adapt your budget to change your changing circumstances, but keep your financial goals in mind. All right. So those are our 6 tips. And that wraps up today's episode of the MITM podcast. Now remember, creating a monthly budget and tracking your expenses are essential steps towards your financial well-being, okay? Assess your income and expenses, categorize your expenses, set financial goals, create realistic budget, track your expenses diligently, analyze and adjust as needed, and join me next time as we continue to explore the matters that shape our lives. Until then, be mindful of your finances, take control of your expenses, and strive for financial freedom. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give them that creme de la creme whenever I spit that hot shit.